Hello there guys, Bilbo10000 here, bringing you another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate discussion video. This is my post-direct discussion. I wanted to post this last night, but I ultimately decided I would rather sleep on the information and just kind of process it so that I could make a video today, and I'm feeling a bit better. I'm feeling a bit more ready to make a video, do a discussion, so let's just get right into it. That was one of the best directs. Even though it's a Smash Direct, that is one of the best directs I have had the pleasure of watching. Everything that was revealed, whether it had been leaked beforehand or it was new, was so amazing! Like, Simon Belmont got leaked beforehand, and yet it turned out to be one of the best moments of the entire direct. That entire trailer had me on the edge of my seat. You can check out my reaction if you click the card in the top right corner. I was in shock. So we got not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 brand new characters. We got King K. Rool, Simon Belmont, Richter Belmont. We got 2 Echo Fighters in terms of Dark Samus and Chrom. Chrom finally got his day, and Dark Samus finally gets some representation, and I am so shook just by not only the characters that were announced, but the fact that we got 5 characters. We know there's more on the way. Sakurai said he was going to be revealing all character designs before launch, which means there are going to be no secret characters, and I have a feeling there are tons more to go. Echo Fighters are definitely padding out the roster, and I'm completely okay with that. I am so fine with that. I don't care about clones. I like the fact that we have all these different characters. I'm not here for the competitive stuff. I'm here to have some characters have the fun times and the fight times, and this, I needed a moment. What this means though, we got 5 newcomers, none of them are relevant, if you guys noticed that. Simon Belmont, Richter Belmont, the Castlevania franchise hasn't exactly had a new game in a while from what I recall. Chrom hasn't been relevant for ages, as his main game was Fire Emblem Awakening, which has been surpassed by Fire Emblem Fates, Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia, Fire Emblem Heroes, and now Fire Emblem Three Houses. The fact that he got in is kind of crazy. Dark Samus died in Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, so not even alive in the franchise anymore, got brought in anyway. I think it is just telling us that relevancy does not matter when it comes to the newcomers for Ultimate. I mean, King K. Rool is the biggest reason for that, because he hasn't been in a mainline Donkey Kong game since Donkey Kong 64. That means very much easily that we are going to be getting fan favorite characters, and I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I am not expecting any relevancy characters except a Gen 7 Pokemon. That is the only relevancy character I am expecting, and even then, I'm so hopeful after that direct. And I want to go into a few more things. Obviously, the character reveals, the character trailers were bloody beautiful, but one thing I want to talk about firstly is the new bosses that were revealed. We got Dracula, and we got the Rathalos from Monster Hunter. And I wanted to bring this up because there was a hidden mode that was on the menu. We got that at the very end of the direct. We got the menu reveal, and then there was a hidden mode. And someone on Twitter, I will link the tweet down below, they managed to depixelate the pixels, and the mode is apparently called Spirits. And on top of that, if you noticed in the trailer, where we fight Dracula does not look anything like the rest of the Dracula's Castle stage that we saw, and the Rathalos character was clearly on a Monster Hunter stage, but there was no Monster Hunter stage in the stage select screen, which tells me that they are unique fights. They are actual boss fights, like story boss fights, like Subspace Emissary boss fights. I am predicting that Dracula Rathalos and a whole bunch of other iconic villains and characters are going to be showing up as boss characters in various modes within the story. So I think that's going to put a damper on a lot of potential villains being playable, but at the same time, I am pretty sure that that is a part of a story mode, and we are going to get some sort of story mode that feels a little bit more in-depth than Melee, but probably not as in-depth as Subspace. I don't think they could get as in-depth as Subspace if they tried, but I think there's going to be a nice middle ground between Subspace and Melee's adventure mode that we are going to be dealing with. Whatever the heck Spirits means, I have no idea. My main theory is that they have killed a character in every single trailer. I mean, they killed off Mario and Mega Man in Ridley's reveal trailer. They just killed off Luigi in Simon's trailer, even though they did say on Twitter that he's alright, but, you know, you never know. They didn't technically kill DDD in K. Rool's trailer, but, you know, some people have taken that beating right on their head to mean he did. So I think that Spirits is gonna have some part to play, and I think that the original 8 fighters from Smash Brothers, who are also the only 8 characters featured on the main menu screen, I think they are going to play a major role when it comes to whatever this story mode is. And I'm so excited to see what we're going to be getting, what that is. On top of this, I want to bring up the fact that I mentioned the Monster Hunter stage didn't show up on the stage select screen. People have been speculating that those 103 stages that were on that stage select screen, which are also on the stages icon on the website, because stages and items open up, I predicted that, and they opened up, and yeah, I counted them. There's 103 stages on the website. I don't believe that's all of them, because there are only 4 new stages if you don't include Battlefield or Final Destination. And, like, come on, Sakurai's not just going to add 4 stages. Like, it's not going to happen. I understand that bringing back all the other stages was, like, the big thing, but he lied to us about the characters at E3, he could lie to us about the stages now. I was in shock at how many of the stages returned. We got Fountain of Dreams, remastered and looking beautiful. We got Brinstar Depths, which I literally jumped out of my seat when I saw that. Once again, you can check my reaction if you click the card in the top right corner. I was so upset, though, that we didn't see the return of Pokefloats, because we got Hannonbow back, but we didn't get Pokefloats. Although Mute City from Melee didn't get confirmed back, despite the fact that Mute City from the 3DS came back and is called Mute City SNES. Which makes me think, is there a Mute City stage, like, from Melee coming back and they just didn't announce it today? Because there's a lot of stuff they still haven't announced, I'm pretty sure. But I am just... Oh, man. That Stage Morpher. Can we talk about that Stage Morpher? That was crazy. I'm a little bit sad that you can only morph between 2 different stages, but at the same time, morphing between 75M and Hannonbow is going to be the best game mode in the entire universe, and nobody can tell me otherwise. I think it's going to be a really interesting thing to kind of mess around with. I don't think the competitive community are going to take it to heart that much, but, you know, at least it exists. It's really cool, and I think I could see myself having a bit of fun with that. All stages were available for 8-player Smash, which was something I really wanted. I am so happy that that was confirmed. I am just excited. I am ready. I am so hyped to find the smallest stage possible and then make 8-player Smash be a thing on it. It's gonna be great. Stage hazard toggle got shown off. It looked a bit basic, like it's just turn it on or turn it off. And I'm like, I feel like maybe for at least stages that have bosses, it would be nice if you could turn the boss off but keep, like, the platforms on, because otherwise it's just Battlefield mode, at least with Mega Man's stage, which is what it kind of looked like, because that was the stage they used the hazard toggle for in the Direct, and it just looked like a Battlefield mode, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. I like how stages are chronologically listed. I feel like that is a major selling point of this game. You've got fighters being chronologically listed, you have got stages being chronologically listed. I just feel like that is a very clear design choice, and I really like that, because Now you know if you want to play on a 64 stage, it's going to be at the top of the screen. If you want to play 3DS stage, it'll be mid to bottom. If you want to play Brawl, it'll be middle of the screen. Melee, top, middle. You know, it's going to be pretty easy to sort of find your way around each of the stages, which I really like, and I think that's pretty dang cool. The only thing that could make the stage selection screen better is if it had different tabs that would let you go to each of the different games and their stages. That would be cool. Like, there's a 64 tab, and then you press Melee, and then all the Melee stages showed up, and then there's a tab for other stuff. Like how Brawl did it. Brawl had the Melee stages, the remix stages, sort of in their own tab, and I really like that idea. I mean, it's great seeing all the stages on the stage select, don't get me wrong, and there's still space for, I think, 6 more from what I remember counting. But at the same time, goddamn, how am I going to see that on my handheld? It's going to be crazy. I really like what they've done with My Music. I like how, finally, the songs are not sorted by stage, they are sorted by franchise, and you can play whatever franchise's song on a stage in that franchise. I don't recall if you can play other franchise songs on different franchise stages, like you can't play a Metroid stage and have Pokemon music. I don't think you can do that. But I think that is really cool. 900 music tracks, 34 of them are Castlevania, 28 hours of music. I love video game OSTs, so this is just, for me, this is all I wanted and more. And I'm just praying, I'm quietly praying that maybe if Isaac gets in, we can get like a Golden Sun section and we can get some really nice remixes. That would be really cool, because it has some really good tracks. I'm also going to point out, and I think some people noticed this, in the Direct, Final Fantasy, once again, only has 2 music tracks, so thanks, Square. Thanks, Square Enix. You guys did great. You guys did so great. And that does make me a little bit wary of Square in general, because if they're only going to give you 2 music tracks for Final Fantasy, like, what else are they going to do? Are they going to give us Gito? They might not give us Gito. I feel like that kind of inadvertently hurts Gino ever so slightly. We also didn't see any Final Fantasy assist trophies, which is surprising, given we got a Konami Snake Metal Gear trophy with Grey Fox coming back. So I don't know how that feels. I like how you can actually listen to the music just kind of on the run now. Like, you can go out for a run with your Switch, you know, and you can just, like, put your earbuds in and you can listen to Ashley's theme song, and it's great. I really like it. I like that you can select rules before going into a battle. That means you can kind of preset whatever. You can set up your own presets. It just makes things really quick, really easy, and really simple. Stamina Battle being a standard Smash mode is something I have been dying for a long time, and I am so happy that it is finally standard, and you don't have to go into like special into special mode to actually kind of set it up, because I just really like the idea of stamina mode. It's just one of my favorite little modes to play, and I'm really glad that it's a thing. I like that there are so many customizable options just to kind of give you that quality of life that, you know, some fighting games just don't give you. It is insane just how much quality of life assurance they are trying to give to players who are going to play this game, both locally and online. It's pretty amazing. Sudden death, obviously, they've shown it off before, but I'm glad they officially showed it off now. Final Smash meter was something I thought was absolutely insane. I was not expecting that, and I kind of really like it, but at the same time, I feel like it's still going to be quite unbalanced, because there are Final Smashes like Mario's, which, you know, you clap your hands, and it doesn't really do anything, but then there are also Final Smashes like King K. Rool's, Ridley's, ones that kind of go into a cutscene, which I imagine are a little bit more powerful. I just don't know how they're going to balance that, so I'm very curious as to how that is going to get balanced, and whether that will be viable in competitive. I don't think it will, but I think it's really cool that is, you know, that is cool. Battle modes, we got so many of them. Squad Strike was the stock mode that I have wanted. Smash Tour be gone. We got Squad Strike, which lets you have 3 or 5 different stocks. I'm kind of gutted that it doesn't let you go to like 4 stocks or 2 stocks or whatever. It has to be 3 or 5. but at the same time, I'm completely fine with the fact that you can just get some squads together, you can do some fights, and you can use so many different fighters. I just think that is such a cool, customizable option, and that is just really cool. I think Tawny making a return is kind of cool. I'm not sure if it's gonna be as good as some people wanted it to be. I quite like it, and I obviously requested for it, but at the same time, I'm not sure if it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm a little bit worried about Classic Mode, because I took a look at Classic Mode, and I couldn't see anything on board the platforms, or target, smash, or break the targets, and I'm like, I really hope they come back somehow, but I don't know at this point. But I really like how Classic Mode actually has fighters going on a set path against set players. It's very much like Tekken or Soul Calibur, where, you know, you are not fighting a random person, you are actually fighting a set group of people, and I like that they can name these scenarios as well, so it's sort of like half a classic mode, half an event mode, which we haven't seen event mode yet, which I'm quite kind of worried about, because I like event mode. They can't get rid of event mode. I like Smashdown. That is a really fun mode. I said in my reaction video that they stole it from Overwatch because my mind instantly went to Overwatch 3v3 elimination lockout mode. But obviously it is a concept that has been around for a long time, and I am so hype about that. That is something that you just like want to play with your party, with a group of friends. I'm kind of like sad though, because like most of these single player modes are awesome, but I'm personally not going to be able to get much mileage out of them, because unless they have online functionality, it's not going to be good for me. I would really like some online functionality with some of these modes. That would be so cool. I'm just hoping that when the online gets revealed that there is just a massive blowout and it's much better than the Wii U's version. New items, Pokemon, and assist trophies were revealed. We got some really cool new items. I was really hyped for the Killing Edge. I'm a Fire Emblem fan, what can I say? The Pokemon, we sadly got our first major disconfirmation, Mimikyu is not a playable fighter. I didn't think Mimikyu was going to be the playable Gen 7 rep, but I know there were a lot of people who wanted Mimikyu. I find it very interesting that none of the starters for Gen 7 have shown up in Pokeballs yet. And I know that there's rumors that Incineroar could be the new fighter, and obviously Decidueye was hotly contested, and Primarina, people really like her. So, really, I feel like the Pokeball segment, I feel like either there weren't a lot of Gen 7 Pokemon that are actually being added, or they're just not showing enough yet. Because, I mean, two of the Pokemon we got were Solgaleo and Lunala, who we've seen before, and I just feel like at this point they showed a lot of like repeats, and I feel like with Solgaleo and Lunala, the fact that they had to show them again, even though they showed Solgaleo at E3, it kind of tells me that they might just be out of Pokeball Pokemon to show. There may not be that many. Ditto though, frickin' Ditto, he is hype. I love that Ditto is finally in. He was in Melee's code, he's now finally in. And he actually morphs into the fighter who summons him, and that is just super goddamn cool. I really like that whole idea. I think it's gonna make Pokeballs really cool, because Ditto is more like a glorified assist trophy than a Pokeball, and that's just really cool. And then fucking Zero comes in and just swipes him away. What a shock. I don't remember if Elecman was confirmed to return. I don't think he was, but if he isn't, then Zero is a pretty freaking good replacement. You can tell that he's kind of like an assist trophy. His model isn't as detailed as some of the others, but at the same time, I really like his animations, I like his moveset, I like his voice, because Johnny Young Bosch is yes. But assist trophies, really, I think that was probably the most brutal segment, because not only did we get some pretty soft deconfirmations like Kappen, Chef Kawasaki, no one was expecting them to be playable, I really liked them. But we did get some major disconfirmations. Ashley, right at the end, I feel like Ashley got the short end of the straw there, because everyone who was an Ashley fan was really banking on this being her direct, and she was shown off in the final segment of the assist trophy section, And she didn't even get shown off, like, as in, this is what her assist trophy does, even though she's returning. She just kind of got shafted right at the end there, and I feel so bad for Ashley fans. But Shovel Knight? What the fuck? Shovel Knight. I was not sure whether indie reps would ever get representation in Smash. I knew going into this that Shovel Knight wasn't going to be playable. I knew. Like, my gut feeling is Shovel Knight won't be playable. Shantae will always get in over Shovel Knight. I really believe that. And seeing him as an assist trophy was one of the best feelings ever. Not because, like, oh, he's disconfirmed, blah, 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 fuck the fans. No, I was really happy to see Shovel Knight because an indie rep who has only existed for a few years, getting that sort of representation, it's kind of insane. And I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, it's because of the Ballot. We know that Shovel Knight was massively fucking popular during the Ballot period. So, it makes sense to add him as an assist trophy. And that's what just kind of gives me hope that this Ballot is basically determining everything in this goddamn game. Shantae I'm expecting to show up at some point. She's got to. If Shovel Knight's here, Shantae's got to follow. And I've got a lot of hope. I'm a little bit worried though. We saw Cap'n, we didn't see Isabelle. This is the second direct that we haven't seen characters like Isabelle, Shadow, Skull Kid, Isaac, and there have been 40 assist trophies shown off now. 40. We know that they're bringing back old assist trophies because Grey Fox came back. So, I don't know how I feel. Majora's Mask Moon, I don't know if that hurts Skull Kid or helps him, because I feel like Skull Kid could have had his assist trophy changed to summon said moon, but he doesn't, the moon just appears. So I don't really know how I feel about Skull Kid, because I really want a Zelda character, but I'd rather have Rivali, but I know Skull Kid is the most likely to get in. I don't know. I'm really not sure how to feel about that one. But I really like the Moon assist trophy. It's probably one of my favorites. I just love the Moon. Just, you know. Rathalos coming in as a Monster Hunter representative and assist trophy, and it has a little stage. I think it makes sense that Monster Hunter doesn't currently have a playable rep. And I'm actually, despite what I said in my reaction video, I don't think we're going to get a Monster Hunter rep. I think it makes sense that the rep from Monster Hunter is a monster itself, because Monster Hunter is about the monsters. I just think that makes perfect sense. And the Rathalos is one of the most well-known monsters in the franchise, so yeah, it completely makes sense. I'm completely okay with that. Although, if a Monster Hunter character does become playable, I won't lie, I won't be that hyped. Like, it's not really something I'm particularly interested in being playable. I'm happy with the nod to the franchise, but you know, you don't have to make every game playable. Like, there's no Electroplankton rep for Hannonbow, so. And lastly, obviously, we got the new menu, which I mentioned earlier. I mentioned Spirit Mode, but we've got Smash. Games and More makes a return. Oh god, I hope it is more well-designed, because Smash, it does take you into Smash and the main big modes. I don't know what's going to be behind Games and More. I'm assuming there's going to be a few really cool modes they haven't mentioned yet. We've got Vault back, which I was really happy with. Online, which is yellow. No one was expecting it to be yellow, I don't think. And then obviously there's a little dashboard on the right, which I think was really cool and is just a nice addition. It feels like it fits on the Switch. Like, the menu feels like it's a tablet menu, but slightly more high class. And I know a lot of people aren't gonna like the menu, but I'm kind of okay with it. I've had time to think about it, I'm okay with it. So, going forwards, what can we expect? Because we've got a new mode that we don't know anything about. We don't know anything about what else is in Games and More. I'm assuming like Master Orders, Crazy Orders, hopefully Smash Run. There's so much more that is hidden from this game. And I really just want to see what comes next, because I have so much hope and so much faith that the rest of this game is just going to be Ballot, 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 fan favorite, fan favorite, fan favorite. All of the characters we have got in this game are fan favorites. Inkling, Daisy, Ridley, K. Rool, the Belmonts, Chrom, Dark Samus. We've got 8 characters, and every single one of them doesn't, like, have a relevant game out now. Like, I just think it's insane that the relevancy option is finally gone. Like, we've had 8 newcomers, and 2 of the Echoes haven't been in a game for at least 7 years and 11 years. And it makes me so hopeful that potentially this time around, we could get Isaac, we could get Gino, we could get any of the big requested characters. Because I'm actually gonna school you guys a little bit of Brawl lore. For those of you that don't know, I believe there was like a Big 5 or Big 6 group of characters that were supported during the Brawl speculation era. I believe it was Mewtwo, Ridley, K. Rool. There were 2 more. I remember reading this post earlier about it. There were 2 more, and then there was Isaac, and I think one of them was Wolf. And then one of them is someone else who's in the game already. But basically, someone mentioned that out of all of those big 6, 5 of them have been confirmed in-game. The only one that hasn't is Isaac. Like, come on, Sakurai. Come on, Isaac from Golden Sun, please. You would be making so many people's dreams come true, and I haven't seen his assist trophy, and if you leave his assist trophy till last, I'm gonna be very upset. Oh boy. Oh man. I'm just so hopeful. So, tomorrow I'm going to be doing another Re-Rate Their Chances video. Episode 12 of Rate Their Chances is going to be a re-rating. I'm going to be re-rating a lot of characters, a lot of Echoes, and I am going to be making my first set of cuts. For those of you that don't know what I mean, cuts are when I start giving people 0% and I just cut them from my predictions. Rex and Pyra are the main ones that I have cut from my predictions, and it's really not looking likely for them, so in my opinion, I think I'm going to cut a few more people, and it's going to be shocking. I'll also note that so far, with all the character reveals, we have gotten 1 unique newcomer from a new IP, and 1 unique newcomer from an existing IP, being Splatoon, Metroid, and then Castlevania DK, so I think that trend will continue. I do think, though, if we're going to get some more third-party Echoes, I think Shadow is basically a lock now. I think Ken and Jean have a shot, although I think Shadow is the biggest lock because his assist trophy is still missing. I think Isabelle is definitely getting in at this point. She would have been shown otherwise. So I think it's going to be pretty exciting. The only thing I'm scared about is Dylan. Where's Dylan? He was awesome. I loved his assist trophy in 4. Where's Dylan? Where's Dylan? So, anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion video. I was just discussing the Direct and everything else. As I said, tomorrow, Rate Their Chances. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.